Hello all, my name is Parul Gupta. I am an assistant professor in CSE AIML department in Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. So today I am going to explain the non-parametric methods, and on that I am going to explain the decision tree method. So today I will cover these topics: non-parametric methods, parametric methods, ID3 decision tree algorithm, ensemble method. So first of all, I'm going to explain the parametric method. So what is parametric method? Basically in parametric method, we do assumptions about the output function. So in statistics, basically, whenever in machine learning, in statistics or in machine learning, whenever we are making some assumption about the output function in a form of input function, then this is called the parametric methods, like linear regression, logistic regression. They all are the part of parametric methods. And what is non-parametric method? In non-parametric method, basically, we do not form any assumption regarding the target function. Okay, so in this method, our model is free to learn the functional from the training data itself. Now, in this regard only, I am going to explain the decision tree. Decision tree is a non-parametric method, and it is capable to classify as well as the prediction also. So we can use in this classification also, and for the regression part also, this decision tree algorithm, we can use this. So in decision tree algorithm, first of all, in decision tree algorithm, I just want to take this example, and through this example, I am going to explain the decision tree algorithm. So in decision tree algorithm, or basically in any data set, if I say in any data set, if we are having some features, okay, and here I am taking the example of classification. So in any data set, if we are having some features and we are having one target function. So these four are our features here, and one is target function. So in decision tree algorithm, what we do, we try to split our data with any of these feature, and which feature we will choose to split our data, that feature is called the root node. Okay, so and how to decide the root node? And to decide the root node, basically we have to calculate the information gain of all these features, weather, temperature, humidity and wind. Means whatever feature is having the highest information gain, that feature will contribute more towards the target. So that is why that feature can become our root node, and our data can split from that root node only. Okay, so here first of all, how to select the root node, what we have to do, we have to calculate the information gain of weather, temperature, humidity and wind. So in next slide, we are just calculating the information gain of weather. After that, we will calculate the information gain of temperature, humidity and wind as well as. So first of all, to calculate the information gain, what we have to do, first of all, we have to calculate the entropy of the entire data set. Now, how to calculate the entropy of the entire data set? As you can see here, in this example, we have total 14 rows. Okay, and out of these 14 rows, in weather, we have three categories: sunny. Sunny is here. Exactly, 5 times sunny is here. Cloudy is here and rain is also here. Okay. So here, first of all, we have to calculate the entropy of entire data set. So how to calculate the entropy of entire data set? For this, we have to see this target function. So here, this target column, we have how many nodes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nodes are here and 9 yes are here. Okay. So accordingly means in the entire data set, we have player is not going to play the football when on day 1, day 2, like that. So here, to calculate the entropy of entire data set, 9 yes and 5 no's. So the formula, with the help of formula of entropy, we can calculate the entropy of my entire data set. Now exactly because we are calculating the information gain for the weather, so we have to see in weather how many categories. First of all, we have to see how many categories we are having. We are having 3 categories: sunny, cloudy and rain. So for 3 categories, how many yes are available and how many no's are available. Suppose first of all I am taking the example for Sunny. So for Sunny we have how many Sunnies? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For 5 Sunnies, how many yes? For 1 Sunny, no. 2 Sunny, no. 3 Sunny, no. 4th Sunny, yes. And 5th Sunny is also yes. Means for Sunny we are having 3 no's and 2 yes. So here you can see for Sunny we are having 3 no's, minus denotes no's and plus denotes yes. 3 no's and 2 yes. So accordingly with the help of the formula of entropy we can calculate the entropy of this also. And exactly for cloudy you can see wherever the cloudy it is, cloudy here, person is going to play. Whenever the weather is cloudy, person is going to play. Yes, person is going to play. Means whenever the weather is cloudy, person is playing the football. Okay, so exactly in the same way, because there is no no's, so plus 4 means 4 yes and 0 no's. So we can calculate the entropy, and entropy is what? Entropy is the degree of uncertainty. So means he is sure about his actions, whether he is going to play or whether he is not going to play. So whenever he is sure about his actions, so entropy is 0. Exactly in the same way we can calculate the entropy for rain also. So here you can see how many days are rain. So in weather rain are having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 days rain, and out of these 5, for 2 days he is going to play and for 3 days he is not going to play. As you can see 3 days he is going to play and for 2 days he is not going to play. So we can calculate the entropy of rain as well. After that we have to calculate the information gain for weather. So to calculate the information gain of weather we just have to apply the formula of information gain. And what is the formula? The formula of information gain is the entropy of whole data minus the conditional entropy. Conditional entropy. So what is the condition here? Condition for weather we are calculating. So when the weather is sunny, when the weather is cloudy, and when the weather is rainy. So for that we have to calculate the information gain. So the entropy of the whole data minus the conditional entropy of sunny, cloudy and rain. So we get our information gain for the feature weather is 0.246. Exactly in the same way we have to calculate the information gain for temperature. So the entropy of the entire data set will be same for all the features here. After that again we have to see how many categories are available in temperature. So you can see we are having 1, 2, hot category, mild and cool. 3 categories are available, and again for the same as we did previously for the sunny, cloudy and rain, we have to see for how many hots person is going to play and for how many mild he is going to play or not, and for how many cools he is going to play or not. So we have already calculated, and here you can see for the temperature information gain of temperature, 2 yes and 2 no's when the temperature is hot and 4 yes and 2 no's when the weather is mild. Okay, you can see as well here, you can calculate also. When the weather is hot, he is not going to play, and when the third hot, he is going to play. When the fourth hot is coming, he is playing. Means for 2 hots he is going to play, and for 2 hots he is not going to play. Exactly in the same way you can see for the cool and mild also. So here exactly as a previously we calculated, we will calculate the information gain for temperature also. Okay, exactly in the same way we will calculate the temperature for humidity also. So humidity we get the 0.15, and for wind we are getting the information gain 0.478. Okay, so now after calculating the information gain for all the 4 features, we can see the gain of the weather, the information gain for the weather is highest. So that means my tree will start split with the node weather. So data will split with the attribute weather. So in weather, how many categories were available? In weather, we had only 3 categories. What was? Sunny category, cloudy category and rain category. If we are selecting because the information gain of the weather is high, so weather will become my root node. And when the weather is sunny, we cannot decide whether the person is going to play or not. But when the weather is cloudy, person is definitely going to play. Whatever will be the condition, person is definitely going to play. So for cloudy weather, person is going to play. Now again, if the weather is sunny, then person is going to play, but it depends on again some other certain conditions. And when the weather is rainy, again it will depend on what certain conditions. So for that, what you have to do, first of all, we have to select the root node according to the most information gain of the features. After that, again, with the help of this sunny, means now the sunny feature will be our reference feature. And for with sunny, how it is going to play for how many days? Like here you can see, if the weather is sunny, weather was sunny for 5 days, okay, and all 5 days, for all 5 days, what is the temperature, humidity and wind condition? According to these three conditions, now it will decide whether the person is going to play or not, okay. So again, for rest of these three features, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the information gain again, okay, but only for these three features. We won't calculate again the information gain for weather, because for weather is already has become the root node, okay. So now for the entire data sets, now my entire data set will be sunny only here. The sunny will be my entire data set. Means earlier we had the 14 rows, here you can see. We have total 14 rows, okay, and these 14 rows we were calculating the entropy of entire data set. Now we have only 5 rows of data, okay, and out of these 5 rows, for how many sunnies the person is not going to play? 3 times he is not going to play. For how many sunnies he is going to play? 2 times. So now the entropy of entire data set will be calculated with reference to sunny only. Okay, so when the weather is sunny, so 2 times person is going to play and 3 times person is not going to play. So accordingly, the entropy of the sunny, when the weather is sunny, so the information gain for the temperature is this. Exactly in the same way as we did previously, but here only the change is that the entropy of, earlier we were calculating the entropy of entire data set. Now we are calculating the entropy with respect to sunny only. Okay. So when the weather is sunny, okay, now entropy of the attributes if for the feature temperature. Okay. So now again exactly in the same way, temperature, if the temperature is hot, how many hots are here? 2 hots, 1 mild, 2 mild and 1 cool. So for hots, if the weather is hot, person is not going to play. Okay. If the weather is mild, one time he is going to play and one time he is not going to play. So exactly in the same way as we calculated earlier, for hots means when the weather is hot, he is sure about his actions, he is not going to play. So the entropy for this 0. Entropy for hot is 0. Entropy for mild exactly in the same way 1 and 0. And similarly we can calculate the information gain, means entropy of the sunny. Now the entire entropy of the entire data set has become the entropy of sunny only. Okay. So entropy of sunny, what is the entropy of sunny? Minus conditional entropy. Conditional entropy. So here what is the conditional entropy? Conditional entropy with respect to sunny. Okay. So with respect to sunny, total hots. How many total hots? 2 hots. And how many total number of data points? 5. How many total mild? 2. Total number of data points are 5. Exactly in the same way for cold also. Okay. So exactly in the same way, we will calculate the information gain for humidity, okay, and for wind, but with respect to sunny. As here you can say, the entropy of entire data set is now this entropy of sunny only. Okay. Now we have calculated the information gain for temperature, humidity and wind with respect to sunny. So here we got these three information gain. Okay. Now the which is having the most information gain? With respect to sunny, the humidity is having the most information gain. Okay. So now what we did, we made a decision tree like that earlier, like weather was by my root node, here sunny, cloudy and rain. So means when the weather is sunny and humid. Okay. So next the node will be humidity. This is my root node and this is called my child node. This is also called root node or parent node also we can say. Parent node. Okay. For cloudy, though, he was sure that he is definitely is going to play. So now we have to see the humidity. Means after weather, the next node will be humidity. So here you can see that after weather, what is the second node? That is humidity. Okay. So if the weather is sunny and the humidity is high, person is not going to play. And if the weather is sunny and the humidity is normal, definitely person is going to play the football. So here we can conclude our decision tree for sunny. Here, like when the humidity is high, person is not going to play. And when the humidity is normal, person is going to play. Okay. Now, weather and humidity, two nodes has been concluded. Now, for the rain, again in the same manner, we have to look out for the rain also. Okay. So, how many data sets are for the rain? We are not calculating the information gain for cloudy, because for cloudy it has already been concluded because when the weather is cloudy, it won't see any condition, whether what is the temperature, what is the humidity, what is the wind, definitely is going to play here. So that is why we are not calculating for the cloudy. So what we are doing, we are going to calculate the same way information gain of the rest of the three features for rain. Means if the weather is rainy, then on which condition, on which temperature, wind or humidity condition the person is going to play the football or not. So exactly in the same way we had rain, 5 days of data of rain we were having temperature, humidity and wind. Now you can see the humidity has already been concluded in the previous for the sunny. Okay. Now we have to calculate the information gain for again for rest of the three features, but now with respect to rain only. So for out of 5 days of rain, 2 days person is not going to play and for 3 days the person is going to play the football. Okay. So again in the same way we have to calculate the information gain for temperature also now, but instead of sunny we have to calculate the entropy of rain for entire data set. Again, attributes for temperature, hot, mild and cold. As we did previously, how many hots are here? If the rain temperature is mild and cool only, there is no data available for hot. So that is why for hot there is 0. No data available, no yes, no no's. And for mild and cold, we are calculating the entropy for mild and calculating the entropy for cold. Again in the same way as we did earlier, information gain for the temperature with respect to rain. So we got this value 0.19. Exactly in the same way we will calculate the information gain for humidity also. So out of 5 data points of rain, high and normal, when the humidity was high, one time person is going to play and one time person is not going to play. Exactly when the humidity was normal, when the weather condition was rainy, 2 times person was going to play and one time person was not going to play. In the data set, you can see when the weather is humidity high, normal, person is going to play or not going to play. Now, exactly in the same way we can calculate the information gain for wind. We already calculated the information gain for humidity also. For wind also we can calculate. So again, if we summarize the information gain for all the three features, temperature, humidity and wind with respect to gain. So we can see that the wind is having the highest information gain. So obviously after, when the weather is sunny, when the weather is sunny, we are checking the humidity. But when the weather is when the weather is rainy, on that case we have to check the wind. So now I can conclude my decision tree here, as we were concluding here. So in the same, now the next node will become wind. Okay, when the weather is rainy, the next node is wind. Okay, so here for wind we can see here in this data set, when the weather is rainy, okay, just look at this, weather and wind. Okay, when the weather is raining, and if the wind is weak, person is going to play. All the time person is going to play when the wind is weak. But when the wind is strong, person is not going to play. Means our tree concluded here, when the wind is weak, person is going to play, and when the wind is strong, person is not going to play. Person is going to play and not. So means we can see, first of all, if the weather is sunny, it will go here. Again, it will check the condition of humidity only. If the humid is high, he is not going to play. If the humid is normal, he is going to play. So here you can see the final tree I have already made here. So this is our final tree. When the weather is sunny, the next node will be humidity. Humidity is high, person is going to play. Humidity is normal, person is not going to play. So here you can see that in the decision tree, my decision tree is getting trained for each and every data. And we already know that when any model is going to train for each and every training data, so it is bound to get overfit. So there is one disadvantage of decision tree here is that it is prone to overfit. So this was all about the decision tree. So here we can see that what we see in this lecture. So we discussed about the parametric methods, non-parametric methods and the decision tree algorithm. So in parametric methods, as we discussed earlier also, the parametric methods are basically based on some assumption, and non-parametric methods are based, do not take any assumption. And the decision tree is prone to overfit because it will train our model for each and every data point. So in this video, we discussed the parametric and non-parametric methods and the decision tree algorithm. And in coming video, I am going to explain the ensemble method and the random forest. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.